Greetings and salutations, my friends. Welcome to another Premier League guide. Today we are looking at Manchester City. In these guides, we're going to look at the squad, see which areas need strengthening, a little bit of the tactics. We're also going to see if there's any youth talent. We're going to look at finances to see if they've got any money to spend and dynamics and stuff like that. Gives you a sort of a good overall view of the team before you start as a manager. So start off with finances. Obviously, they're Man City. Typical Man City, 13 million in the bank. How much have you got to spend? 80. Yeah, don't worry about it. We'll just chuck a load of more in the bank if you need it. So 80 million pounds to spend, which is whatever it is. The board, what do the board expect us to achieve this season? I'm assuming win the league? Wow. Okay, Man City only expect us to finish top 4, which... Fucking hell, this is like easy mode, this game, isn't it? For Man City, at least in the first season. FA Cup final, League Cup they never care about, Champions League quarterfinals. So exactly the same as Man United, despite overall having a better team, I'd say. Just because Man United lack a little bit in defence and fullbacks and stuff like this. If we have a quick look in dynamics, just to see the sort of makeup of the team, we've got our leaders are David Silva, Vinny Kompany and Aguero, as you'd expect. We've got lots of high influential players, which is nice, and then a bunch of other players. A lot of the time it's because they're new, so they will eventually fill in this area. But you just got to remember that let's say you decide to part with David Silva, there's the chance that you could piss off everybody in his group of friends, which is some of pretty much most of the best players at the club. So bear that in mind. So let's have a look at the squad now. I'm not going to go through each player individually. We're just going to sort of take a brief overview of the positions, see where's strong, see what areas need fixing. So, goalkeeper-wise, we've got Ederson and Claudio Bravo. Obviously, Ederson is their number one in real life. They brought him in. The game rates him at a possible 3.5 star, which is not amazing. He has amazing 20... I just zoomed into the 20. Every time you see a 20, it's like, oh, it's like rare as rocking or shit, especially when you're managing Cardiff Met Uni in the Welsh Premier League like I am. But 20 kicking is very nice. He's a decent goalkeeper. Obviously, you've just bought him, so you can't really cash in, or you spent 35.5 million for him. I like him in real life. I think he's maybe a little bit underrated here. And then we've got Claudio Bravo, who's a good goalkeeper as well. Can play the cup matches, maybe even some of the European games. Decent backup. So... happy with the goalkeepers, not, nothing, well, there's no world-class players there. So we'll look at the rest of the squad and then see where we spend that £80 million. So centre-back options, we've got Otamendi, who's decent, Mangala, yeah. We've got John Stones, who's a very good youngster, and we've got Tosin Adarabioyo, who's a 19-year-old, probably just going to send him out on loan. 19's a good age for a loan move. And then we've got the legend that is Vinny Kompany, but I imagine in the game he's very injury-prone now, as he is in real life. His natural fitness is only 10, so these physicals are going to drop quite quickly now at the age of 31. But he's going to do you for a year or two. You can't get rid of Vinny Kompany, even if he was broken every week and never played a game. It's Vinny Kompany. So centre-back wise, let's assume you send this guy out on loan. It's all right. It's, Otamendi's decent. Mangala is decent. John Stones is decent. Obviously, Man City is very top-heavy in their players, but it's an okay defence. Wing-back-wise, we've got Karl Walker, their new signing, who's very, very solid. You've got Benjamin Mendy, who's a decent left wing-back as well. Very attacking, good 16 crossing, which is really, really nice. Then, backup-wise, for full-backs, we've got Danilo, who can play on both sides. He's two-footed, which is just perfect. And he's solid. He's a nice bench warmer to have that can play on both sides. I train him up to be better on the left as well, just so you can play anywhere. Then you've got Fabian Delph, who in the game is transfer listed, but can play left-back. Has in real life now for Man City a few times. I would say if you're not going to bring in a full-back, then you'd probably just keep him. He's not great. His tackling's good. Marking's awful for a fullback. If you're going to bring in another fullback, I think he'd obviously be the first to go. What sort of value is he? 17 million, so you get a decent amount of money for him. But definitely probably needs one more player in that fullback role, just to offer cover to Walker and Mendy and something like that. maybe you could even look at upgrading Mendy. In the central midfield, we've got Yaya Toure, the big tank himself, brilliant player. We've got Fernandinho, who's more of a sort of deep line playmaker. Yes, look at that, knowledge bombs, people. We've got Godongan, who's a sensational player. He does start only 5 weeks out, so that's not too bad. He's best as an advanced playmaker in that centre midfield. You've got another youngster that looks decent, very decent, Brahim Diaz. We're just going to move him out at the moment so he can sort of see that squad depth better. We've got David Silva, obviously world-class player. His physicals are awful. Like, they're okay now, but next year, every time I've tried to, David Silva's available. He's only 33. Got a couple of years left in him, and these are all like 7s and 8s and stuff like this. But obviously, at the moment, very, very, very good player. Kevin De Bruyne, who's probably one of my favourite players at the moment. I think this guy, after Messi, Ronaldo, is up there. Special player and versatile as well, can play. And then we've got Raheem Sterling on the right-hand side. He can play in the middle. He's okay. He's kind of unexceptional. He's got decent pace and decent crossing and decent finishing without being anything special. He's a decent squad player, but I think we can do better. Such as Bernardo Silva, another new signing. Very, very good right inside forward. Then we've got, who the fuck is this guy? Alexander Zinchenko, a 20-year-old youngster that's going to struggle to make it. Again, we'll move. We want to keep the first team looking first teamish. Then we've got Leroy Sanna, another very, very good player. Only 21, is going to get better and better playing on that left-hand side on the wing. Sergio Aguero and Jesus up front. Do I need to say anything more about those two? So looking at Man City as a whole, as our £80 million to spend, I think we're looking, depending on what sort of formation you want, if you're going to play 2 up top, then I'd maybe look to get another striker in. If you're just playing 1 up top, then Aguero and Jesus is perfectly fine. And, if it all goes horribly wrong, you could play Raheem Sterling or De Bruyne or Sané up front just for a couple of games if you had injuries and stuff. As at the attacking positions, David Silva, De Bruyne and Raheem Sterling, Silva and Leroy Sanna, yeah, I think that'll do, won't it? Central midfield is weak. In depth, really. You've got 3 good players, but you definitely need more central midfielders. So for me, I'd probably look to either get a central... I think 100% we need another central midfielder option, okay? If we quickly look in the under-23s just to see if there's anything decent there. We've got the couple of youngsters there. There's nobody that sort of is going to be in the first team anytime soon. Not much at all in the under-18s, which is sad to see. So I'm going to get a central midfielder, 100%. And then the next step is up to you. You can dump, what's his face? Hujima Flip. Dude, that guy. Fabian Delph. You could sell Fabian Delph and then buy another fullback, maybe even a first choice. You could probably get somebody to challenge Mendy or Walker, or just get somebody that can offer a bit more cover. Or you could go big on another goalkeeper. It's quite tricky when you've just bought a goalkeeper in the game because they're going to be a key player. They're expecting game time to bring in another goalkeeper. So you might give him a chance. He is going to improve because he is young. But overall, work to be done, but a team easily capable of finishing top 4. I think this is one of the easier first seasons, I think, in the game. Loads of money to spend. They only expect top 4. Quarterfinals of the Champions League. It's definitely all doable. Right, there we go, my friends. Hope you enjoyed that. Please leave a comment. If you're managing Man City, leave comments. Give your tips. Players that you like, you didn't like, formations that worked, all that sort of stuff in the comments to help out other people that are thinking of starting a Man City save. Thank you very much for watching, guys. If you did enjoy this, go and check out all my other stuff. I'm doing so much FM18 content this year. Subscribe, like, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.